What's up, guys? It's Taylor here with my first Spootastic episode of my podcast. I probably should have been posting in October, but adulting happens. And when that happens, some things get put on hold. But I'm here now, sugars. With that being said, this is going to be a big drop week for me since I'll be dropping episodes daily starting Monday, today, all the way up till Halloween's last date. Well, October's last date, which is Halloween. So, technically my statement was right. But with that being said, let's get started. Now on with this first episode. This spooky time, I'm going to be ranking the Scream movies by my personal fave to what I feel is downright terrible. You feel me? Let's get started. Taking the number one spot is, of course, the classic Scream 1. Here's the thing about Scream movies. They start out great until they aren't. Not to say the movie is bad, but it had a lot going on then. But we'll get to that later. Now, to be honest, the only reason this one is number one is because it's a classic and I'm always in love with the originals. Plus, I love me some Matthew Lillard. They trick you with the cover art, thinking Drew was going all the way. Nope, that one was gutted the first chance they got. Like Gal was strung up from that tree like a damn Christmas ornament. Now, I would say that death scene gave us the classic question of, what's your favorite scary movie? Another thing is you're telling me that Sydney knew her boyfriend's dad left his family, but not why? Like, nobody in town around her brought it up. Like, even if you ask why would they? You telling me nobody said something by accident? I don't know. This just don't make no real sense to me. And then Stu slowed right behind, really started crying and like, my daddy gonna be so mad at me. Like, nah, for real. I thought he'd be real proud, dumbass. Anyway, I'd be lying if I didn't admit that I also really love Wes Craven. And I believe everything that man touched was a masterpiece. Yeah, almost everything. All in all, though, the cast is great. Though they looked more like college students than high schoolers. It was a great slasher that made jokes about slashers while also giving new life to the genre. So, that's all I gotta say about Scream 1. Moving on. Next up on our list on number 2 is Scream 2. I will preface to say the first top 3 are going to actually be the first 3 movies, but anyway. Moving on. Every follow-up ain't that great. Like, at all. Like, it's always trying way too hard to one-up the original. The thing about Scream is that it makes fun of its movie while not doing so. So they break the fourth wall while not breaking the fourth wall. They trick you again with this one with the cover art. I thought my girl Jada was going to be like Brandy and show Ghostface who's boss. Nah, she got knocked off first thing. Then they kill off my girl Sarah like she's not the vampire slaying queen. She solves mysteries with her husband, for Christ's sake, even after he went off and married Jennifer. Yeah, if you didn't already know, being born 2000 means growing up with things that were both before and after you were born. And I feel old, y'all. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. This mess only happened because somebody's stupid mama was screaming, but my boy's a good boy, like he didn't slaughter all his friends because Daddy Dearest couldn't keep his dick in his pants. Did I mention I love Wes Craven? I did? Oh, okay. Well, moving on then, we have Scream 3. Starting off wild and ready by killing Cotton, who I just realized was Sabretooth. This movie was made 22 years ago. It's considered a classic horror movie. It came out in 2000. Excuse me, y'all. The more I talk about these movies, the more old I feel. Like, what the Sorry, y'all. I had to reboot there. Anyway, Cotton is dead. The Bacon stab 3. The cast is targeted and they all get killed off one by one. To be honest, y'all, I only watched this one because Dr. Dreamy's in it. Though I found it crazy how they revealed that Cindy had a half-brother the whole time. Mom was a Rolling Stone, I see. But moving on from that, we're going to go ahead and hop on to number 4 on this list, alright? Alright, guys, at number 4 we have Scream 5. So here's the thing about why I saw 5. There's an actress in it from this short-lived show of Disney that I absolutely love, and that is the only reason I went ahead and saw it. First off, you added history to a storyline that never was there. Like, when did Billy have time to get another girl pregnant while plotting to kill Sydney and her friends? Then said kid just so happens to her dating a boy obsessed with the movies that are based on the actions of her father. Like, there's a lot there that don't make no damn sense. This whole movie happened because 2 obsessed fans of the Stab series didn't like how the last one played out and decided to kill because of it. The only thing that saved this movie for me was Randy's niece and nephew and how they are exactly like their uncle. I love when they reference the original movie while also doing things a bit different, which is something I can appreciate. All in all, it was an eye movie. But let's go ahead and finish this thing off strong with that last one. Coming in last is Scream 4. The only reason I watched this god awful movie was because it was Wes Craven's last directorial piece before he passed away. And even then, that barely saved it. While watching this one, I felt like I was watching a piece of the Scary Movie franchise, you know, the parody ones. And those were still better. Well, halfway better. After Wayans Brothers left, they got really trash, like really fast, but that's neither here nor there. And it's not relevant. My point is, I didn't really like that movie. I don't have much to say about this one other than the only other reason I watched it was to give it a fair shot for the sake of this podcast, which changed nothing. With that being said, that's it for today's spookiness. Make sure you come back tomorrow for some more spooky times, and thank you guys so much for listening. Bye!